All right, folks, we fixing to talk to Tony in Croatia about some marketing and some life and some babies and all this other jazz, man. Smash the subscribe button, hit the bell. The algorithm's getting a little crazy over here, so you got to watch the video too. Hopefully you enjoy this one, man. We're talking business, we're talking politics, we're talking a little bit of life. Shit, we in Croatia building champions for life. What's your question, man?
So here's what's up. Basically, I'm 22. I'm based in Croatia, Europe. I work for a Canadian company based in Montreal. It's a marketing company. We work remotely. I'm currently on a well-paid position, meaning I'm like the third person in charge, and it's a 10 to 15 person company. I'm getting paid on a Canadian salary here in Croatia, so I'm making an above average living. I would say like top 10% in terms of earned income at my age. So I'm currently well set up in terms of saving over 50% of my income, putting up an emergency.
Let me ask you this. Can you buy property in Croatia?
Yeah, sure.
You rent houses in Croatia?
We're more like into condos. A lot of people like rent condos.
Let me say that again. Can you own houses in Croatia?
Yeah.
Do you rent houses in Croatia? Is there a rental market?
Yeah.
Do you have an Airbnb market?
Yeah. We have a big tourist market.
You have a tourist market, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to tell you is you need to pull up Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah, I read the book, Robert Kiyosaki. I love it.
Okay, so then stop fucking saving your money.
Yeah. No, I'm just like my current, like the way I see it is
How many houses do you own right now?
0.
Don't want to hear it. How long you had this job?
For about a year.
You telling me you make a top 10% salary in Croatia, then I should at least hear you have one house, if not 2.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, don't buy condos. Condos suck because you have association fees with condos.
Yeah.
So you want to buy houses. You want Airbnb houses out.
Duplexes and everything, yep.
Okay, I don't know what your Airbnb market is, but I'm just telling you, I think Airbnb is the way. Like, there's cats making millions of dollars and don't own any property.
Yeah.
I'm not recommending you go do that. I'm just saying, what's your appreciation rate in Croatia? Do house prices go up?
Yeah, yep. And they go up quite a bunch because we just got our current, like we had the currency was the kunas, like the national currency. We just got switched to the euro. So a lot of the foreign capital is starting to pour into the country. So real estate prices are going through the roof.
You should already own 2 houses to be capitalizing on that, right?
Yeah.
How do you get rich?
You buy assets that pay for your lifestyle over time, compounds.
You buy houses, real estate, apartments, okay? And then you let them appreciate. You let people pay all the mortgages and everything, okay? There's a number of ways to get rich in this day and age.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, you can't be housed.
Yeah, I agree. So the reason why I wanted to get on the call is, so I currently feel like I'm on a good trajectory. I feel like I'm doing well for my age and where I am. I just want to.
So what am I going to say?
Sorry?
What am I going to say?
In terms of what?
Well, in terms of what you just said.
You can always do better, do more.
I don't think you're doing that great.
Yeah.
You making top 10% salary in the country, and you don't own a house.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know what you want me to say. You could go to Grant Cardone. He don't believe in owning houses. But if you got a good-ass job...
primary residence, yeah.
If you got a good-ass job, I would just say just keep fucking buying houses.
Yeah.
How much does a house in Croatia cost?
I would say like 200K euros. Okay. So that's about 200K dollars.
And what's your salary in Canadian?
It's 60K Canadian.
Okay, so you can buy a house every 2 years on that.
I can get a down payment on basically with 6 to 12 months of savings.
Yeah.
The game plan that I had in terms of like my financial is get an emergency fund, which I'm pretty much, I have a 12-month emergency fund already set up, pay off some loans that I had for a business that I started like earlier, pay that off because it's debt, it's bad debt, and then start investing either into the stock market or real estate. Like stock market meaning like dividend stocks that pay me back as well.
I would just say start buying real estate.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I would say fuck your debt.
Yeah.
Pay it off. How much is it?
It's 20K.
I would pay it down a little bit every.
Yeah, and it's like over 10 years. It's not too bad on my like month-to-month capital.
You're losing not owning real estate right now.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, another thing. I'm about to become a dad. So within the next couple of weeks, my wife's in the 9th month of her pregnancy. So I know that's going to, of course, be a new situation for me. And I just want to make sure I prepare properly for the kid and all the responsibility being a father brings. So I'm basically an operations director for this marketing agency in Canada, meaning like I set up all of their basic processes. I'm looking to do that for other marketing agencies. I know a bunch of young guys, like 20 to 25 that do marketing agencies, but have zero business processes. on the back end.
Are you doing it on Instagram and YouTube?
Meaning content.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of Twitter, and I'm gonna run like a
Twitter.
VSL funnel. Yeah.
Okay, what are you putting out on Twitter?
Like threads, like mini blogs with tips and like
Okay.
tips and tricks, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to start that on the side just to boost my income. Because right now I feel like over time, I know I'm gonna get to a certain point. I just want to compress that time frame just by doing more volume.
You got to do Instagram, YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
Big, are you looking at Canada? Are you looking at America? Are you just looking at social media?
Western market. Yeah, Western market in general.
So then you got to go, right? Like you got to be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it got to be content.
Makes sense.
Right? You watch FPS Russia?
Yeah, I know him.
Okay. So don't be afraid to go straight Croatian fucking on YouTube and be like, this is the Croatian marketing fucking genius. Okay. Whatever you do, like, it's got to be entertaining. Ain't nobody watching trash at this point.
Yeah. Makes sense. And pretty much I'm finishing up. I'm currently in school to get my master's degree in business. I'm in third year, so I got 2 years left. I'm doing that because I have an online school, so I can do that part-time as well.
Where at?
Here in Croatia as well.
Okay.
So it's a 5-year program. It's a master's degree. So I don't have any like utility in that in terms of like short term, but long term I see like potentially like sitting on board seats and getting like into certain like government advisory roles. I know I'm gonna probably need that degree moving forward.
Okay, so why are you waiting to do that now?
What do you mean? Why am I waiting to do what?
Like any of the shit you just said.
Currently, I want to get a good ground base ready before I step off.
That's not what I said. I asked the question.
Why am I not doing it right now?
Yeah.
I don't have the experience. I'm still early in my career.
You're getting ready to start selling marketing to other people. So you do have some experience.
Yeah, I've been working for 5-6 years already.
Okay, so how much fucking experience do you want, Tony?
Yeah, makes sense.
You understand there's a bunch of fucking young-ass 18-year-olds running around this fucking planet that are worth fucking $50 million because they didn't get
killing it. Yeah.
So, like, your little conservative-ass fucking Eastern European fucking opinion right now ain't fucking doing very well.
I think it's the small country mindset that's
absolutely
kind of bugging me. Yeah.
So don't fucking call me because I don't have a small country mindset.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't have a fucking big country mindset either. I just have a fucking win mindset. Okay? Yeah. So, like, I don't want to hear this shit about all this fucking time and effort and I don't have enough experience and all that shit. You think these 18-year-olds got any fucking experience?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
I got a dude that's fucking 19 years old that's making $4 million a year on Facebook marketing. He made his first million at 17. Do you think he fucking told anybody he was 17 years old when he was selling them on his marketing package?
Yeah, of course not.
You think he tells anybody? He told me specifically, I don't fucking meet with people because I'm only 19 fucking years old.
Makes sense.
Okay. So figure it the fuck out, bro. Like, you doing it for a company right now. If you in the top 10% of your salary in the country right now, then you got to double down on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like what I mean. That's like you playing in Euro soccer, right? You fucking 19-year-old in Euro soccer, and you making 60,000. Like, you got to double down on it.
Yeah, that's the way that I was going. I don't want to work with like local clients at all because it's just dumb for me since I like everything moved remote and I can have clients remotely. It's dumb for me not to get paid in US dollars and Canadian dollars and spend that money in my local currency. So that's the plan that I'm going with. Just double down on the current position that I'm at. I keep getting salary increases as the company grows. So that's good. Are you getting
stock options in the company?
Yeah, I'm gonna get stock options once
are they getting them now?
No, I get my first batch at 12 months in the company. So I've been there for 10-ish months, so about a year. So I get them at 12 months in the company. So I'm looking to build some equity there. And as I start my like consulting / side hustle business, I feel like getting my monthly income up there is gonna make a big difference.
Okay, so I wouldn't call it a side hustle.
Yeah, meaning working at my off hours.
I am fucking doing exactly what I'm doing for somebody else for you.
Yeah, makes sense.
You got to beat bushes and find people that are doing it.
Yeah, a good thing that I currently have going is I have a mentor. He's about 44. He's probably top 1% in terms of wealth here locally in Croatia. Guy drives a Porsche, has Range Rover, has hotels, blah, blah, blah. Me and him got along like a couple of years ago when I started a startup in high school.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What is he saying to put your money?
He's currently saying that I should start a cash flow business that's going to increase my income even more than I currently have.
Okay.
He says like with the time for like with the income that you currently have and the money you're currently saving, you're gonna get there. It's just gonna take you 10 to 20 years to get to a good point. He says so you need to increase like income on a monthly basis to like compress that time frame and make it happen quicker.
Absolutely.
So that's yeah.
So what did he say how to do that?
Me and him are actually looking to start a business together as well.
Doing what?
So that's the thing. He currently owns a consulting company and he's an angel investor into a bunch of different startups. His net worth is around 20 million like in total. And he told me like, I've been there for a couple of years. I want to 10 exit and go to the next step. And he sees me as a partner, a younger partner that can bring him the new ideas and everything. So we're planning to move into something else, not defined yet. It's just in the next 6 months, like midterm, we know we're working and we're setting up the criteria into the business idea that we're going to pursue. So right now we're just like looking at opportunities, looking at backhand and like scouting products that we're going to run.
Because that's literally the most important person in your life.
Yeah. I just been on a walk with him today.
Yeah, like I just tell motherfuckers, like having a dude like that, you don't have to make any of the mistakes that he made. He'll guide you down the path. So if that motherfucker told you to start 3 cash flow businesses, then start 3 cash flow businesses.
Yep. He just said increase monthly cash flow, compress the time frame that it takes you to save up for a down payment or like stock investments or whatever you're going to decide to go into. And that's pretty much it.
Yep. What's the focal point of your marketing like that you're doing now?
I'm an operations director, so I'm basically like setting up processes.
You're doing all the back end stuff.
Yeah, setting up.
What kind of marketing are they doing?
They're doing Facebook marketing. They work with info products, so like a bunch of coaches, consultants, so run funnels, Facebook ads, stuff like that.
Yep.
And I'm basically setting up HR processes, SOPs, communicating with accountants, with lawyers. I'm the kind of the operations manager of the business, and I let the 2 founders just do what they do best, which is marketing. Listen,
mentorship literally is the biggest key in life. Okay. So if you got a good ass mentor, all you got to do is try to listen to them. Rich people ain't rich because they fucking lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
They do shit that allows them to make more money. And the more money you make, the more people call. Okay. So I got a buddy who has a business. He makes, call it 10 million a year. He got a phone call to make 13 extra $1 million next year. Now he's making $23 million. As soon as he bags $23 million, he'll get a phone call from somebody saying, hey, we want to pay you $40 million to do this. Okay. The more money you make, the more people call. And that's the whole thing. Like you already in the top 10%, you got to reach out. You got to leverage that in Croatia. Because you don't know who's fucking watching, right? Like I would tell you, you need to do some Croatian podcasts. You maybe need to start a blog about how you're working in Canada, getting Canada money from Croatia, and you're fucking killing it. Because the more people that see you and hear you and know what you're doing, even in Croatia, the more opportunity.
I'm building leverage. Yeah.
The more opportunity you got.
Makes sense.
I tell everybody, man, there ain't no magic fucking pill for success. Okay? Unless you're born rich. Ain't no magic pill. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you hit a home run, something, but like for the most part, concerted effort over time equals success. But like you already having success, right? So now you got to compound it, just like your dude's saying. But I think you got to compound it with it. I would start a fucking stupid ass blog or video blog on YouTube in Croatia. What's the big channel in Croatia? What app are they using for video?
We use, a bunch of people use YouTube, Instagram. It's pretty much the same.
So that's what I'm saying though.
The channels are the same.
What's the language in Croatia?
Croatian, yeah.
So like I'll fucking blaze up fucking all the marketing shit I could in Croatian.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, I feel like in Croatia, I would dominate the market within a year. I want to go global instead of focusing on a national market. That's how I see it. I see it bigger than just blazing Croatia. Making a name for myself here, I want to go global right away.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is Croatia some little ass fucking country with no money?
Pretty much.
No, it's limited money. What I'm saying is, how about you? What's stopping you from blowing up both of them at the same time?
It's just my interest. I feel passionate growing globally. I don't get like fire inside myself to grow here, like nationally. Because I feel like I already outgrown. I actually filmed for one of them. But let me just explain.
No, shut the fuck up. Have you ever heard it's always better to be the biggest fish in the littlest pond?
Yeah.
Have you always heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not telling you not to go global. I'm not telling you not to leverage your platform and go across America and Canada. I'm not saying that at all. I'm simply saying, fuck, I can leverage Croatia. What countries are next to Croatia over in Europe?
We have Italy, Slovenia, Bosnia, like the whole Yugoslavia area.
Okay. Italy got a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Next to Italy is France. France got a lot of money. Above France is Germany. Germany got a lot of fucking money. Right? Where's Poland in that?
But north.
Bit north. You got fucking, you see what I'm saying? Denmark has got a lot of money. Like, you thinking about it like, how can I say this? You're Croatian and you're doing something that 99% of the Croatians don't do, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
So the more you talk about it in Croatia, the more chance you have, because you just told me you want to be on boards, you want to consult to the government, you want to do all this shit. What easier way to do that than to fucking go yard stock fucking global in fucking Croatia and have the fucking president call you and say, hey man, Tony, why don't you come over here and work on this shit for us? We'll pay you fucking $50,000.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. And I'm not telling you, like, if you do a Croatian fucking podcast on marketing or back office shit, how you're setting up all your procedures, I don't know what you're going to do it on, but then you just turn around and do the same fucking podcast in English, right? Because your English is fucking awesome.
Yep.
You shoot 2 podcasts, one in Croatian, one in English. That's it.
Makes sense.
Right? I don't think we're splitting atoms here. What happens if someone calls you and says, hey man, Tony, I want you to buy this house for $50,000. Man, this is a $400,000 house. Yeah, I just got to get rid of it. That's what happens when you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what happens. I need to sell this piece of property for $900,000. It's worth $3 million. I know, but I need $900,000 tomorrow. All right, I'll write you a check for $900,000. You're trying to go big time, but you're missing the little time. And I'm not telling you I got the answers. I just know fucking like you're in Croatia. If you can fucking shit stomp the Croatian market, then shit stomp it. You got to do more than what you're doing right now and stop being a fucking scared person like Eastern European, like super conservative, which a lot of Eastern Europeans are super conservative, correct?
True.
Okay. But winners don't live that way.
Yeah.
Is your dude super conservative?
Now he's a bit more, once he has like a family life and everything. Before he was like all over he was like doing everything. Yeah.
He got money now. He ain't no reason for him to take a lot of risk.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like, just because you got a kid and a wife, you're 21, bro. You got to put your foot in the gas. I tell everybody the same thing. You got to make all your money and set everything up before you're 42. Because after 42, your will to fucking kill shit slowly starts decreasing until you get to where I'm at. And I'm just kind of like, I'm 51. I'm good. What I got is what I got. I'm not trying to fucking murder no shit no more. Because I'm not going to work 18 hours a day or 20 hours a day to go get something. I'm just not going to do it
any longer. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to play with my fucking kids. I'm going to go to sleep at 9 o'clock. I'm not fucking working all night unless it's some short-term shit. But I'm just not going to do it. It ain't that important to me anymore.
Makes sense.
And I'm working on some big shit. And I'm just like, I'm working on some really big shit. I'm like, I work on it. I'm working on it today. I'm going to give it an hour or two and then that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
All right. What else you got?
Any like practice, since I know you're a father as well, any practical tips since I'm about to become one in a couple of weeks?
So I will say this, do you have a good father?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's your A1 go-to.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't have a great father. I had a good fucking raiser, but I couldn't ask him shit because he raised a fucking animal. Okay? And I don't want to raise animals as much as I want to raise fucking super capable fucking people. Okay, so I had to go get a different mentor because I didn't like I couldn't ask my dad fucking father questions because his answer was always beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Fucking make him work hard as fuck, which I'm not opposed to, but like, we don't really spank our kids. We do a lot of shit differently. I got an 11-year-old. That motherfucker's completely different than I was. And he's fucking killing it.
Makes sense.
So if you got a good dad, that's the first stop on a fucking train. All right.
Yeah, my father, he was a good family man. I wouldn't call him like successful in business.
Don't worry about that.
But as a family man, he did.
He raised you?
Absolutely. He did. I have me and two older sisters. Yep. Me and two older sisters. Are they doing well? They're doing completely fine.
Okay, so then fuck, you might want to talk to him about how the fuck he raised you. Because there's going to be little shit that you just ain't going to know.
Yeah.
No, and that's part of it. When you come out of a good household, you understand how to raise kids.
Makes sense. Also, another question that I had is, since all my current like work is focused on Canada, US, there's probably going to be a time where I'm going to have to spend a substantial amount of time in the US and Canada, but I plan on living here in Croatia because my decision, I feel like living here would be best. Just balancing that work life in terms of having kid and also spending a substantial amount of time working, traveling.
So listen, that motherfucker, until he turned 5 years old, he don't need a lot of time.
Yeah, he won't
Burning it
remember
fucking
anyways.
both
Yeah,
ends.
yeah,
Okay.
makes sense. Makes
Man,
sense.
I'm just gonna say, you have a kid young, bro. You have to make some sacrifices.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Work-life balance is for fucking losers. You
yeah,
hear
of course.
Elon Musk talking about work-life balance?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Sleep in the factory.
I'm just telling you, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers want to be successful and not work.
Yep, yep.
I got a couple tracks of time in my life where I was doing 122-hour weeks, bro. I'm working 4 full work weeks. In one, you told me right now you can make $100 million. You got to do fucking 2 years at that. I'd be like, I'm good. I'm not playing that game no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it ain't worth it to
makes
me.
sense.
It ain't
Makes
worth
sense.
it to me to work 122 hours, not see my kids for fucking a whole year or 2 years. Like, I'm not fucking doing that.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Any like things that you might spot that I haven't brought up? Things
I told you when you brought that dumb shit up, you gotta go. What are you reading?
A bunch of business books.
What?
Never Split the Difference.
Okay,
Negotiation.
so are you practicing that every day?
Yeah, I'm like my reading habits and my learning habits have been good so far.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm asking you questions, and you are dancing around them like you're Eastern European. I asked you a question. Are you practicing it? Did not ask you if you're fucking reading it.
Yep.
You understand the difference?
Yep. Makes sense.
You have notes, pages of notes on Never Split the Difference.
Yeah, I have my digital notes.
How are you reviewing those digital notes?
I have a Notion set up, and then I have my books, and then I go by topic, split them up.
Okay, so how are you practicing Never Split the Difference?
For example, Never Split the Difference. I had a court case for my previous business, and I read it before I had the negotiations, the like outside of the course negotiations, and then I literally applied it when we negotiated with the plaintiff.
Okay. So you're reading one of the most important fundamental books you can read. If you don't functionally practice it every day,
You're gonna forget about it.
Use
Yeah.
it effectively. Okay. So you fucking telling me I read it for a fucking court case proves the point that you weren't listening and you didn't understand what I said. Are you practicing every fucking day? You said, that's what I'm talking about right there. You got to go fucking, you read that book really is like a life changer.
Yeah.
Okay. But not if you don't practice it every day.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right? Yeah, it makes sense. If I don't mirror you, it's not gonna work. If it's not smooth in my delivery, so that's what I'm saying. Like you doing a lot of stuff, but here's what I tell people. Okay, do you know what persistent practice is?
Yeah.
Okay, explain it to me.
Consistently doing the same things to get better at it.
Okay, persistent practice. So having a measurable event that you're practicing. So like shooting free throws. You shoot 5 free throws today, tomorrow you shoot
and then
6.
track it. Yeah.
Okay, so you can measure progress. Life is the same way. And a lot of people don't understand that. You can do 99 hours of work in one day, okay, and not grow at all. So reading all that shit is important, but if you don't read the right way, if you don't take notes, if you don't go back and revisit those notes, if you don't analyze where you are with those notes, if you don't analyze where you are in business with that, like it does no good. You're not persistently trying to get better on a day-to-day basis.
It's not systemized.
Yeah. You're 21 years old. Like, I'm just telling you, like, you got opportunity, like you got 7 or 8 different opportunities. You got to fucking, every one of them, you got to have a persistent practice plan for them. Okay. I would tell you to read. Like, I wouldn't just read business books. Okay. Like Relentless. You go read Relentless. You can go read
Tim Grover. Yep.
Yeah. There's a bunch of books out there that you can read that just help your mindset, right?
Mhm.
All fucking Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like, you've read that, right?
Yep. Yep.
But you ain't doing it.
Yep.
So then I got a fucking problem, right? Like, that's the same as Never Split the Difference. You read the book. I used it for a court case. Are you practicing it every day? No. Then fuck, you're not growing. Because at some point, you're going to step in front of a real fucking gangster. And if you ain't fucking better than him, you're going to lose $20 million. Or you're going to lose the opportunity to get $20 million.
Yeah.
You think someone's going to just give you another $16,000 job knowing you already have a $60,000 a year job?
Not if I'm good.
Not if you're good. If you're great, they will. But if you're not, if you're good.
Yep.
If you're good, You use never split the difference. A motherfucker pretty soon he telling you, oh shit, yeah, hey, we're gonna give you $60,000. You know what? I think I can find $100,000 in the budget for you. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's the little shit that makes the difference. Does that make sense?
Complete sense.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are you recording this right now?
No, sir.
Why not?
Good question. Yeah.
Are you taking notes?
Didn't think of it. I have my notebook here.
Are you see listen, so I'm telling you, Tony, I'm a no bullshit motherfucker. Show me a notebook. Show me a notebook. Let me see it inside.
No, it's empty.
It's fucking empty, right?
Yeah.
See, you can't fucking bullshit about motherfucking gangster. Okay? You should have recorded this video. I'm gonna put it on YouTube so you can go back and fucking watch it. I don't know how much my video guy's gonna cut out of it, but like literally, I record all conversation. I record all video. If I'm having a meeting, I'm recording the video because then I can go back. Because here's my notes from a meeting I had in a car, and they fucking suck. Okay? Matter of fact, they suck so bad that I got to call this motherfucker and ask him 2 questions on here. Oh, I already did it. I had to send him a text message and say, hey, I didn't get the name of the guy that's teaching Marine Aviation Ground School on Zoom, and who is David from GE? Okay? But if I had recorded it, I would have a lot more context to exactly what I had written down. I'd be able to get 100% of it. I tell everybody, you listen to this and you're not writing shit down, you're only getting 25% of this conversation. Okay? If you had that whole notebook full, you might get 60 to 70% of this conversation. Okay? But if you video recorded it and then went back and took all the notes from this conversation, you would get 100% of this conversation retained. Okay? You see the difference between an average motherfucker and a motherfucker that's trying to win?
Yeah.
So take that to heart, right? That's the fucking, like, right now, you're doing great for fucking Croatia standards. $60,000 in America ain't shit.
Canadian.
Okay? That's a solid ass job. 60,000 Canadian, and that's a solid job in America. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
But like, to me, I'm like, fuck, I don't care if you're in Croatia.
Yeah.
I just care that like you trying to get to where you trying to go, but you got to understand, bro, like, you got to pick up your game. When you call me, the first thing I'm going to ask you taking notes. I just waited a little bit to see, because I didn't see you. I'm recording this, so that's fucking all that matters, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Like when you go in a business meeting, I tell everybody, I go in a fucking business meeting, drop my phone on the table and hit record. I'm recording this conversation. Okay, a lot of times I'm gonna have video on too, because I want to be able to fucking go back and dissect that meeting and not miss a single grain of sand. And you know what I found? You know what happens a lot of times? You got a lot less bullshit because motherfuckers don't want to give you no bullshit because you got it on video. You'll call them on that shit. Okay? I started doing that 15 years ago when I had a boss that was full of fucking shit. And so I just videoed every meeting we had. And 2 months later, he'd be like, that's not what I told you. I'd be like, okay. I'll pull up the fucking video and show him telling me that. And then he would have to figure out exactly how he wanted to handle his problem. Okay? Because he would tell me to do it one way. And then if I did it that way later, he would try to call me on it. Okay, and tell me it was my fault. I didn't remember right. But see, he was too fucking stupid to realize that I had videoed everything, even after I fucking told him I had videoed everything. So I just showed him, right?
Yeah.
I broke his whole defense down into small bites. I had 45 videos, 60 videos of his defense. So anytime I had a question, I just go to the video and say, all right, this is how he installed it. Boom, done. Okay, so when he started changing shit and trying to be Slick Willie, I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't how you installed it. That ain't what you said. Then he had to figure out an answer. Because all I really cared about was the answer. I wasn't trying to make it look bad. I just wasn't going to let him make me look bad.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, brother. What other questions you got?
Good. That's pretty much it. Anything else if you like identify, notice?
I'm just going to be honest with you, Tony. Like, every day you got to get up and say, I'm not going to be fucking Tony from Croatia. I'm going to be fucking Will Smith from fucking Philadelphia, and I'm going to fucking drop balls and paint. Like, I'm fixing to lay down fire. Because you got a conservative Eastern European opinion, right? That's how you were raised, conservative.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't win that way, but like your boy said, it's going to take you some time.
Yep.
Okay? Let me know how it goes, okay?
All right, perfect. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, brother. Yo, hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did, man. We're talking to Tony in Croatia. He got a little bit to learn, man. Got to get on his note-taking. Got to get on his retention. He reading one of the most powerful books in the world, Never Split the Difference. Shout out to Chris Voss on that one, brother. Hey, man, listen, that's a fire-ass book for just living life and negotiating. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, man, catch me at jakezwig.com or at jake.zwig@gmail.com. Go check out the masterclass for that Navy SEALs. Hey, bros, I told y'all, man, it's just a matter of time. We start to get guys getting to the teams, man. I'm starting to get phone calls saying, hey, man, I need that shit you got these kids on because I'm trying to win. Hey, man, have a great day, man. And as always, you know what we building around this camp. Boy, we got some big things coming, man. Just wait. We building champions for it.